Hello, everybody. This is Cartoons Etc. Good to have you with us. I'm going to show off my shirt. You can't comply your way out of tyranny. Okay, kind of part of the subject matter today. Boy, the chat is really going on. I want to say I really appreciate you guys in the chat. A bunch of people over there. Got Kay Zenny, Knock My Socks Off, and of course South Carolina Girl. But we were going to show some cartoons. Joe Dan's got a few videos for us, and I don't know if he's got any bad jokes this time, but he always seems to dig up one here and there. But one of the things we have going on in the country right now, and I'd like to see more attention, you know, them spotlighting this, and that's the red-green alliance. It's just all over the country. You have all these politicians that are Islamic, along with the climate change communists. And I would just like to touch on that. And some of my older cartoons that I'm going to show a little bit later will kind of go on that subject a little bit. But to get started, we got a video that we're going to do an intro while you're getting your comments ready. And remember how the joke going around that if Trump ever cured cancer, is the liberals would be upset that he put all these cancer treatment organizations out of business. Well, kind of the same, not quite the same thing, but he's doing a lot for cancer kids. And he's really put a lot of effort into that. And we're going to open with a video where he has these kids in the Oval Office and he's talking to them directly. And he just signed an executive order that prioritizes the treatment. And Joe Dan, after the video, I'll get him on and we'll talk a little bit about that. But I thought this is an important subject and we're going to play it for you right now. Get those comments ready.
How about you back there, Dad?
Actually, I'd like my daughter to speak.
I like that much
Carolyn
better.
would like to speak. She's
That's
lost
very
her
good. I'd like you to speak.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Carolyn Hendricks. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a pediatric bone cancer. 11 years later, I'm now 16 years old and I'm doing great. What you're doing today, Mr. President, means that kids like me will get better options and so much more hope for the future. This will help doctors use technology to find cures faster, match patients to trials more quickly, and give our families more control over our health. For kids, every day counts. This order shows that our lives matter enough to be first in line for innovation. On behalf of children and young adults with cancer, those still fighting and those in remission like me, and families who wish that they had more time together, thank you for making us a national priority. Mr. President, because of actions like this, kids like me have the chance to grow up, to chase our dreams, and to live full lives. And that is the greatest gift anyone could ever give.
Wow, that was so good. Your father could not have done that like you did. You did a big service, Father.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Where did you learn how to speak like that?
I've done lots of speeches for childhood cancer over the last few years, and I'm also in a theater program, so that
That's
helps a
great.
lot.
Well, good. That's a great job. Would anybody like to say something? Would you like to say something, honey?
Yes. I'm Eleni Myers. I'm 9 years old, and I had a blood cancer called leukemia when I was only 2 years old. I had to get treated at 7 different hospitals across this country, and I had to have 2 bone marrow transplants, one from my dad and one from my mom. And I had to spend many days and nights in the hospital getting pokies and yucky medicine. And me and my parents were very worried, and I had to go through those 7 different hospitals to find the best treatment that can make me better. And thank you, Mr. President, for making everything happen today. So kids like me and Laura, we can still be living today and speaking.
She wasn't reading that. Right off the memory.
We're better than any of us have done. We're not doing so well today. They're doing so good. That was fantastic. Thank you. And you feeling good now? Yes. Are you all better? You're pretty close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you're going to do good. Anybody like to say something? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I've had a brain tumor since I was 4 months. Now I'm off all medicines. I'm a cancer
Wow.
survivor. I've had a brain tumor since I was 4 months, and I'm doing great. I'm 15 now, and I'm going to 10th
And you're going to
grade.
be a football player, offensive lineman. You look fantastic. How about somebody else? I love hearing this. I love hearing you talk because you talk better than any of us, right, Jay?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, I want to thank you all for being here. Amazing.
We would have missed this.
Thank you. But you know, we're doing a lot for you, and you're all gonna be better very soon. I don't think you're gonna need any of the help that we're giving. It's gonna be for the future. But I want to thank you for being with us, and I'm going to bring them back to a room. We have a room where we have lots of hats and things in the back, and would you like to go back, and we'll pick some nice presents?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The wonderful people of the media. Do you like the media? They're nice, right? They have good days, right? They do, actually, they do. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. That's really good. And thank you. We're not going to top that, so I want to just thank you all very much. Thank you.
Wow. Here I am. Sorry about that. These buttons are confusing for an old guy like me. So anyway, yeah, Trump, what an awful person he is. I mean, geez, the thing is that the media hardly covered that at all. Isn't that surprising? Well, I'm going to bring in my co-host, Jodan Gorman, almost live from Intellectual Frog Legs. There he is.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey.
Hold on. I got to change my microphone, I think.
Yeah, you do.
I told you.
Now my microphone is fixed.
Well, give us an update
Greetings.
on how you're feeling.
Well, this is serious business. It takes a little while to get over. But I'm getting stronger every day. Just don't have the energy level. So if I doze off,
We'll wake you up.
hey.
So
No,
anyway.
we're doing fine. It just I don't have the patience, because you're supposed to just heal. And I'm like, I'm sleepy as hell. Well, that's part of it. You're going to be sleepy.
Mhm.
So I don't want to be sleepy.
Yeah.
But then actually you do want to be sleepy because it kind of sucks. But anyway, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Well, you have any comments on that the cancer kids that Trump?
No, it just shows who Trump is.
Yeah.
He's been just so maligned and lied about for the past 10 years. I
Yep.
just like showing the humanity that this guy has, but especially when it comes to kids like that.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
that one boy, the one 15-year-old who'd been battling cancer since he was 4 months, and he just got cancer free.
Yep.
I mean, that's his entire life. He's been battling cancer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
God bless him. God bless him. Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of people over here in the chat. I want to say hi to them. Thanks for showing up. I love our chat. I mean, we got some good people over there. I like to read them after the show because I don't have time to read them all during the show.
Yeah, I noticed a South Carolina girl said she's not crying. She's not crying.
No.
So y'all quit spreading those rumors. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't we go in to get the cartoons out of the way, this week's cartoons, since it is called
We're gonna do that
Cartoons,
again.
Etc. Yeah. We got to do that again.
All right, Amy, my sister says I look healthier.
Yeah, you
than
do.
What? Than what?
What are you comparing it to?
And then Fancy and Nunya. It's good to be back, Fancy. Okay, yeah, let's see some cartoons.
Yeah.
Cracking.
I am. I'm working on it.
Click
Still
them
haven't got.
buttons. Click them buttons, man.
Get them buttons clicked. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. They got like 5 buttons you got to push to get to the cartoons. So here we go. Here's the first one. The Charlie Kirk Memorial. Remember that? How they were singing Hallelujah, and she got up and said, I forgive him. And all you could feel from that was love and the Spirit of God just moving through that whole auditorium. Whether they had 100,000 or more stuffed in that place. And all the left could do is complain about. I kept hearing it was more like a Nazi rally. We have those old films of Nazi rallies. I've never seen a Nazi rally that looked like that. That's for sure.
No, but you know what it is? It's when you have like the Holy Spirit showing up and showing off, doing his thing. That's like holy water to these these deep demonic Democrats.
Absolutely.
They hate that. They hate Jesus. They hate anything good.
The demonics hate the word Jesus. They hate it. It'll bring out the beast in them every time. Who's this by, Joe Dan?
Oh, that's Americans for Limited Government.
All right.
There's no dot anything on it.
Well, that's just the name of the business.
See, that messed up my flow. I mean, I was like,
you could say
do a .com.
You could say .com because they are .com.
Well, why don't you put it on the screen?
Well, I haven't thought about it. I've been thinking about it for 4 years, so I might get around to it. Let's go on to the next one. Okay. And
breathing is good. No.
That's about the size of these people, man. I mean, were they guzzling Tylenol after Trump came out and said that it's on the bottle?
Yeah, it said a couple of those women, those pregnant women, ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Moron. In fact, the music I put on Instagram for this, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Anyway,
I've never heard that. It sounds like a fun song, though.
It is a song. So
it's a real song?
It's a real song. It goes, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. And I can't remember the words after that. So.
Well, you've pretty much got me hooked on that on the chorus there. I want that song. You need to share that.
I will send it to you.
I could use that on Frog Legs.
Absolutely. We got. Of course, I do a cartoon every week for alphanews.org. Usually pertains to something that happens in Minnesota, and you got Waltz here. We need more taxes, and all the fraud that's coming out of Minnesota lately. It just reek. They got an attorney general just going after everybody.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But all these Democrats run states.
Yeah.
They're running down because now they're basically only operating on their corrupt organizations.
Yep.
They don't have any legitimate forms of money.
All their money comes from left-wing outfits, and they were using the USAID to try to funnel money back to Democrats. A lot of the money they were funneling overseas was coming back in kickbacks. Boy,
look what the Democrats were trying to get and to stop the shutting down the government.
Yeah,
they wanted like $1.5 trillion. They were trying to replace a lot of that USAID money.
There you go, buddy.
And Trump's like, I don't think so.
the same thing with the environmental thing. They were using that money for kickbacks. So
they ain't no way they were spending millions of dollars on how lesbian hippopotamuses eat peanut butter and crazy shit like that.
Oh yeah.
You think somebody was getting no? That was going in somebody's pocket, and they were giggling about about what they named it.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, let's what's the stupidest thing we can name something, and let's take $10 million out of it. You know?
Right. Right. But that ties into with the Red Green Alliance. The environmentalists are all a part of that. You know, they all, the red and the green, the Muslim and the communists, they both hate each other. They're diabolically or diametrically opposed to each other. The only one thing that they agree on is destroying the United States. So it all comes back to where they hate religious freedom, they hate free speech, they hate the Second Amendment, all of these things. But once they accomplish destroying the United States, there's going to be an all-out war between the two of them because they hate each other. But
the only problem with that is they're not going to beat us.
No.
But I would like to maybe set up a cage match, you know, pay-per-view between the commies versus the jihadis.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be fun. Be family viewing.
Family viewing. And this cartoon went pretty viral last week.
James Comey.
James Comey. I'm sure you got a lot to say about him, don't you?
Well, not really. Not everything's been said, but I do have a little clip of him how he was telling them what to do, how to go after and destroy Trump. As soon as Biden took office, he's like, go after this, do that, prevent him from taking office.
Yeah.
And now today's like, I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
You ought to throw that clip up since we have him up. I can play it for you.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab it. It's not a very long one.
Well, this guy was instrumental in the whole Russia collusion hoax. The FISA warrant, the what do you call that thing that Hillary Clinton came up with? The dossier.
Oh
all of this.
All this. Steele.
Yeah,
he was right at the heart of setting up Michael Flynn, laughing about it on stage.
Yeah.
You just see everybody's seen that clip of him with Nicole Wallace.
Yeah.
And she's like, why did you do that? Well, because we could.
Yeah.
Because this new administration was so unorganized, we took advantage.
And we just sent a couple of guys over and framed a guy.
Yeah. Anyways, I got that video up there.
Let's play that.
Him, bar him from future service, have the local prosecutors in New York pursue him for the fraudster that he was before he ever became president, lock him up.
Fear is the tool of a tyrant. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, and I'm innocent.
Yeah, your ass.
You sound desperate there, buddy.
But I mean, he was just and he even went, and that was the day after Biden took office in 2021, after they stole the election.
Yep. All right.
You knew they were out to get Trump. They want him stopped.
Yeah, this one was for swampmonsters.news. This is.
Yeah, I like how you read all the ones that have the dot on them, and then you leave the one where I'm ill prepared. Okay.
See how I did that? Swampmonsters.news. They have some pretty good articles. A guy, George O'Neill Jr. Runs that, and he's involved in a lot of politics in D.C. and New York and that. So anyway, we'll move on to the next one. This is another one that kind of went viral. Billions for free illegal alien health care or else. And then Trump pretty much said, go ahead and make my day, mass government employee firings. So Russ Vogt didn't waste any time. They jumped in and cut off $8 billion in the first 5 minutes. Environmental stuff.
Yeah.
Eliminated $8 billion in environmental funds, which was just going to the Democrats' pocket anyway. So
and $8 billion here and $8 billion there, and pretty soon you're talking about a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure. But what's the next one here? I got one more, I think. Yeah. Who was that by, Joe Dan?
Say the one without the .com on it, you son of a bitch. Americans for Limited Government, who should be .com.
Yeah, it is actually .com. I just
Okay, Americans for Limited Government.com, but Branco forgot it.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to get on the ball, man.
I
Slack
know.
it.
I know it. Now,
No,
you
I
think
like
all
that
the
one.
drawing I do, I could draw a little dot and COM on that, but
Well,
anyway, here we go. Who's this by?
swampmonsters.news.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. So the crowd, the no one is above the law crowd, is about to face the law. Hopefully, we'll hope for
I
that.
tell you what, I'm telling you, I believe that we're going to get it. It's not going to happen the way everybody wants it to. It's probably not going to be as dramatic because with the way they did, like Roger Stone, marching in there with the TV cameras and Frog marching him out of his house at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
that's not the style that Trump wants to pursue.
and then Navarro
That's show business bullshit.
Navarro at the airport where they put him in ankle.
Yeah, I don't think Trump's going to get in. I don't think they're going to do those high profile. The cameras are on and that sort of thing, like they're doing an episode of Cops or something.
Well, they're going to have a little class about it, and everybody, the media is just going ballistic over a retribution, revenge, and all that. And they spoke nothing about what Biden and the FBI and Ray and all those guys did to conservatives, Rudy Giuliani, Roger Stone, Navarro, Steve Bannon. Where were they at with the retribution and the going after people?
Yeah, but the thing that tells me that people are going to be going to jail is Trump knows better than anybody. If they don't, they're going after his family.
Well, they're acting like Comey didn't do anything wrong, and he lied to Congress. Isn't that what?
But who's saying that? The other people who lied, the same people who carried the water on that Russia crap are the ones saying, well, Comey didn't do anything.
Yeah.
No. We're sick of it. We don't care what they say.
No.
We don't care what they say. And that was evident over there. Did you see the sombrero gate? Yeah, Trump he went off on Hakeem and Chuck Schumer.
Well, you put together a little video about the whole sombrero gate thing, didn't you?
What a coincidence. I'm glad I brought it up. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find a little something there, a little something.
Anna Lustenberg said, no one is above the law. Love it. And we got South Carolina girl says, I love this one. That's exactly what Schumer said. So
Lon,
you go.
Yeah, Lon says, no me quiero un sombrero. See, I was married to a Mexican, so I can make fun of him. I've made the payments.
Well, I live
and grits and tortillas don't work together as well as you might think. So anyway, moving on.
Nunya over here on the StreamYard chat says Comey is such a narcissist, and I believe that. But he listens to Taylor Swift, so
he's
count for something.
He takes a picture. No, he takes a picture of himself standing beneath a tree or on a beach, just looking up.
Yeah.
It's like you're the tallest thing around. What are you looking up at? You should be looking down.
I heard somebody say that the reason he was doing the Taylor Swift thing, he's trying to cater to the younger crowd because he needs money. He needs money and contributions and support from the younger crowd, or the younger generation, to get through all these court trials that he's going through.
He is. I'm telling you, one of the funniest visuals in my mind is how they said he was hiding in the curtains in the Oval Office. It's like, wait a minute. Do you see? Is that a 6'8" dude hiding in the curtains? Yes, sir, it is. Okay, just checking.
Well, he's taller than the curtains, and
And he was scared. He was scared. He's like one of those dogs that is afraid to let you pet it or something.
yeah, jittery hobo.
Skittish.
Jittery hobo. Bondi needs to indict about 100 more for their part in the Russia collusion hoax. Amen,
Oh
brother.
gosh, yeah. And well, I think and that's the thing. Pam Bondi is I am not happy with her, except my frustration level with her gets wiped out because of my trust in God, and that God is protecting the guy in Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so I don't let it bother me. Things going to happen the way things are going to happen, and we're on a good trajectory. And then the what was it, the GDP, they did a correction on that from 3.3 to 3.8% GDP. That's almost 4% in month 8. Are you kidding? Yeah, they's going to start. That is wonderful news.
Yeah,
Wonderful
absolutely.
news. Yes, it is.
And hopefully it keeps going up. Paula, just I put down here on the banner our handle for Twitter and Truth Social, both Joe, Dan, and I. So if you got banned and then you come back on, just look us up. And there it is.
There, we're right there. We're right there.
Right there. Right
well,
there.
Okie from Skokie, what's up? Wife says Jodan is so back. I don't know, but I'm here. Sombrero Gate.
Almost live from Intellectual Frog Legs.
Almost live.
You look a lot better. You look a lot better than the first couple of days I saw you.
Oh my goodness, I was in rough shape, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and then now I gotta be careful because I like to wear collared shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can see my zipper. Well, that's not the best. Anyway, I had to invest in more undershirts.
Yeah,
so
they should have put a zipper just in case you had to go back in.
Well, I was trying to convince him of that, but I was unconscious.
You got that sombrero. Let's play that one first.
Oh, it's been waiting for you. I mean, it's been sitting there, man.
Okay, I'll shut up then.
Go.
Where that? Oh, there it is.
We're facing two existential crises: climate and democracy. And we can't have a stable climate unless we have a stable democracy. And you can't have a stable democracy unless you have a stable climate. Now.
Okay, we got to pause a second and just savor the stupidity here. The two biggest threats is the climate and democracy. And you can't have a good climate without democracy.
Yeah, there you go. And what they mean by democracy, what they mean by democracy is Democrat power. Big government power is what they mean by democracy.
She ain't even smart enough to know what she means.
No,
she's dumber than hell. But anyway, just one more time for the people in the back row in case they couldn't hear.
We're facing two existential crises: climate and democracy. And we can't have a stable climate unless we have a stable democracy. And you can't have a stable democracy unless you have a stable climate.
See? Yeah. That's what I've been telling you for years, Branco.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Chuck Schumer on the floor of the Senate claiming that the New York Times was biased for Republicans.
Now, I know the leader is going to show a poll that says that Democrats will be blamed for the shutdown. There are many more polls that show Republicans are blamed. The question in that poll is biased. Biased. In the New York Times, but it's biased. If you turn the...
Stand up.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody.
Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
Now that was the first one. That was the shot across the bow, and but that was Trump posted that. So then Hakeem decides to go on and start whining about Trump's fake video, and Trump hits him again.
Disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
Okay, esto es mucho simple. El Democrat Party es mucho retardo, okay? Mucho retardo. Especially el Hakimo Jeffries y el Chucko Schumer. They are extra retardo. So El Presidente and I cannot negotiate with these Democrat retardos. It's imposibly. Mucho imposibly. Gracias, amigos. Oh, and make sure you El voto for LJD Vanso in El 2028.
And, you know, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the President of the United States about that.
Hilarious, man. Hilarious.
Oh, man. And Trump just has so much fun with it. Did you
Absolutely.
see? I think I have a picture of that he took from the Oval Office. And he's just pointing and laughing at him.
Mhm.
It's like so fun. I think this is it. Yeah, here, we'll bring that up. I have an image there. Look,
Oh, yeah. The
look how
hat.
the dance. He's got the Trump 2028 hat, and he's pointing and laughing.
Man, these guys, they can't take a joke. If they would laugh along with it, it would go a lot further for them than it is now, but they just can't do it.
They have no sense of humor. I mean, that's why their late night comics are so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see Jimmy Kimmel when he came back? His numbers spiked. He had the greatest shows or the most viewed shows in a couple of years. But then immediately he lost 70% of his viewers.
Yeah, nobody wants to go.
Oh, we remember why we weren't watching you.
Yeah. They should rename that or rephrase that late night propaganda.
They should.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you about my buddy? I'm going to tell you about my buddy, Kevin. And Kevin forgot his wedding anniversary. Yeah, and his wife was mad. She was mad. And she told him, tomorrow morning, I expect to find a gift in the driveway that goes from 0 to 200 in 6 seconds. And it better be there. So the next morning, she looks out the window. She sees a gift out there in the driveway. She's like, ooh. So she runs out there and she opens it. And it was a brand new bathroom scale. Yeah, Kevin hadn't been seen since. Nobody said we don't know where he's at, but we wish him well.
Yeah. Sorry, Kevin.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, boy, that Jane Fonda, she sure is sharp, isn't she?
Oh, man.
How can you be that dumb for that many decades
Yeah.
and survive?
Locked in your leftist
She's like a
warp.
panda bear. You know how pandas, you look at a panda doing all that stupid crap. It's like, how did that some bitch ever survive in the wild? And I'm that Jane Fonda reminds me of a panda.
Yeah, she reminds me of a lot of things. Yeah.
They're just not as smart or as cute.
No.
But a lot more plastic. I mean, she's like, what, 90-something?
She's got to be. Yeah. Anyway, you got some more videos here. We got the Pope.
Oh my goodness, the Pope. I'm telling you, and then I saw earlier in the chat room they were talking about fake Christians.
Yeah,
and and there are fake Christians all over the place, and no one denomination has
monopoly.
market cornered on that stuff. Yeah. But the Pope, my goodness gracious, this guy's come out. First, they were discussing whether or not to give Dick Durbin a lifetime Catholic award. This guy's been the biggest promoter of killing babies.
Yeah.
And in the history of the world. I mean, he's definitely in the top 20.
Yeah. Along with Pelosi and Biden. Yeah.
And the Catholic churches, I mean, they let Nancy Pelosi, they often let her do a mass over at the Vatican.
Yeah.
I mean, with love and respect to my Catholic friends, Ed Jean was a strong Catholic. She grew up Catholic, but in her final years, she was also listening. She didn't give up her Catholicism, but she was tuning into some evangelical pastors, and just whatever that means. But I mean, but let me get the Pope. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh. And even Jack Posobiec, who's one of the strongest Catholics out there, was like, dang, man, he was being super critical of this guy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's number 2.
Okay. Let me see where. Oh, there we are. Okay, got it.
Someone who says I'm against abortion but says I'm in favor of the death penalty is not really pro-life. So someone who says that I'm against abortion, but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States, I don't know if that's pro-life. So they're very complex issues. I don't know if anyone has.
That's such BS. You cannot compare killing babies to protecting our border. What the hell? I mean, this guy, that's nonsense. And that's not rooted anywhere in the Bible. Oh, no.
Why can't they get it through their head that if you let everybody in the world into this country, we would no longer have a country that could take care of anybody? And they don't get that. We couldn't take care of our own citizens, wouldn't be able to take care of the illegal immigrants because we just wouldn't have a country left. But I think that's the ultimate goal of these people, is to destroy the country using the illegal immigrants flooding in. That's my personal take.
Well, they've watered down Christianity to where it's unrecognizable.
Now, Charlie Kirk answers this pretty well.
Oh, actually, yeah, he does. He does. The one thing I want to add before we go to Charlie is they were talking about Dick Durbin. And the Pope was like, well, yeah, he was pro-abortion, but we have to look at his entire body of work over 40 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if he did something else, that makes up for killing babies. Yeah, that's right there with Jesus. Sure.
Yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
Hold on, let me get that one. Let me take this one down. And we want. This is a long clip, but we're just gonna play a minute of it because that's all you really need.
It's a death penalty. He's talking about the death penalty here, right? He answers the death penalty one.
Oh, I was going after the one where he's talking about the Catholic priest.
Yeah, well, there's that one.
Okay, well, I'll do the death penalty one first.
Okay.
Here we go. I think that's it. Yeah, there you go. That's that one. I forgot we had 2.
Yeah, here we go.
But their whole life is completely changed. So I guess it's also an insult to the victim, isn't it? Saying that your life doesn't matter so much that your murderer can keep on living, but you yourself aren't living. It actually devalues the value of the victim, or the victims, actually, in a lot of times. And you have a hat that says "Make America Holy Again."
Yes.
God repeated in all 5 books of the Torah, you take a life, your life will be taken. To the consistency argument, if there is a baby here, in the womb, that baby has done nothing wrong. Whereas a guy who went and shot up a school did a lot wrong. And so the only answer is to say we value human life so much that you don't get to keep on living if you take a precious human life. It's actually an explicitly pro-life position because it's honoring the dead and honoring the victim so much that it's not just one to be discarded. It's not just a clump of cells. You see, to be against the death penalty is actually consistent for the left because they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of clump of cells that got shot up at a school. It doesn't really matter. Go put him in a jail. Where we say, no, that's a life you took, and you don't get to keep on having breath if you go take another precious human life. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. And how do you defend there's a...
Yeah. Charlie was good, but you can't compare, a murderer to an innocent child that's never done anything. My gosh.
Yeah.
So we'll grab that other one real quick, and then we'll get off. But it's time for the Catholics to start flipping over tables at that Vatican.
I would say.
I'm sorry. It's like, what are you waiting on? What are you? And then you had, first off, you got the Pope up there today, blessing a block of ice and what was it? Some climate ritual.
Pagan thing.
A pagan climate ritual, and he's blessing the ice. But we're not going to play the whole thing, just so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you're making that up.
Okay, you got it up there?
Yeah, it's waiting
I
on
would
you.
now like to invite you to stand for the blessing of the waters.
That's a block of ice. Anyway, and it goes on.
The dialogue we engage in contain respect for all gathered here and the entire Earth community.
The Earth community? What the hell, man?
May
we our pledges. Each.
No, that's enough of that nonsense.
Yeah.
You need to be flipping over tables in the Vatican. It's time.
Yeah.
They've hidden too much stuff. They're playing too many games. And if they can't condemn killing babies, that is not a church you need to be associated with.
Yeah.
Unless your relationship is more with the church than is with Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is, I tried to be a Catholic for a while. A few years back, and I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. Now, I see why I didn't feel it. With all due respect, I love my Catholic friends, but I think y'all are making some serious mistakes here.
Well, there's some good spiritual Catholics. I've met a few, and they're really wrapped up in the spirituality of Jesus and God's word. But we've taken a different turn. You have that other priest.
Yeah,
this
is perfect. This defends the good Catholics, because there are some strong Jesus-loving Catholics out there who are
absolutely
not at all happy with this nonsense that's been coming out of the Vatican. And anyway, this is Charlie is introducing this video.
Okay. We might rip through this a little bit.
Hey, everybody. I am not Catholic, but this video is a can't miss from a Catholic priest in Buckeye, Arizona. Trust me, watch the entire thing through. This guy goes after Joe Biden directly, and it is unbelievable. It is worth the entire video. Take a look.
And on top of that, we've just recently elected Catholic president, and he is Catholic. He's baptized. He is a member of the family. We've just elected a Catholic president who is diametrically opposed to all of the basic moral principles that are proclaimed by the Roman Catholic Church. Not only abortion and the sanctity of human life, but the sanctity of marriage and this gender silliness. How in the world did that happen? A Catholic! I'll tell you, if he wasn't Catholic, I probably wouldn't be so upset. He's a member of my family. He's the most powerful man in the world. And he is absolutely opposed to the basic understandings that God is the author of life. How in the world did this happen? You want an answer? I'll tell you the answer. Because our bishops have been silent for 60 years. through bad catechesis and cowardice. They have barely said a thing. A few papers here and there. They speak of, there's things they could do. You say, well, why don't you do something? I'm just a little diocesan priest. I'm a grunt. They're the apostles. They have the voice. I just work for them at their privilege. They can get rid of me tomorrow. How have they allowed this to happen? What is it that they really believe? How poorly have they educated you? Good Lord. Can you imagine if in 2012, Mitt Romney, who was running for president, Mitt Romney, who is a Mormon, a member of the LDS Church, when he was running against President Barack Obama, if he were a cigar-smoking, whiskey-drinking, coffee-drinking Mormon, can you imagine if he had won the presidency? The Mormon Church would have gone apoplectic. This is not a representation of us. They just would have said, oh, no, don't look at him. He does not represent what we believe. Probably would have excommunicated him, but what do our bishops do? They just let it snow. I apologize if it sounds like I'm yelling at you. I am angry. It's a righteous anger, the same righteous anger that Jesus had when he drove the money changers out of the temple.
Amen. Boom.
Wow.
See, that's who you need. And he's right. The Catholic Church should be apoplectic about this stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you guys? But they just keep moving on to the next thing. It's like, what the heck, man? So anyway, but I think things going to be fine. Things going to be fine. Anyway, what else we got?
One of the things I wanted to bring light to is that father who lost a daughter, Logan Federico.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad, but I think people need to get angry about this stuff. These Democrats are destroying our justice system and allowing criminals just to kill us. I'm going to play it for you now.
Yeah.
Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 goddamn times, 25 felonies, was on the street. How about that? How good are we doing for our family? How good are you doing for your kids? He should have been in jail for over 140 years for all the crimes he committed. You know how much time he spent in prison? A little over 600 days in 10 years. He's only 30 years old. He was committing 2.65 crimes a year since he was 15 years old. But nobody could figure out that he couldn't be rehabilitated. Well, you'd have to put him in prison to see if he could be rehabilitated. Isn't that the idea of prison? But no, my daughter wanted to be a teacher. She finally figured it out 2 weeks before she was executed. And I haven't heard a damn word from Byron Gibson in South Carolina. Not one word. 4 months, no communication. His biggest concern was that he was pissed off about my interview and how I made him look on the Fox News channel with Trey Gowdy. How pathetic is that? That we're letting our 22-year-old kid visiting friends. It's all she ever wanted to do was visit friends. And she literally was executed while on her knees begging for her life.
That's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. But it's like, it's hardly isolated. I mean, it's everywhere. Everywhere the Democrats are in charge.
Almost every day we're finding new.
The guy who stabbed that Ukrainian chick in the neck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Arena.
all these.
Yeah, and he'd been in trouble multiple times, and the judge, who really wasn't a judge, she never passed the bar, let him out. And this is going on across our nation, and a lot of it has to do with these George Soros prosecutors that he's implemented in there. And the reason he does this is to destroy the country from within. There can be no other reason. So anyway, a lot of my cartoons, I get into the weeds and I read a lot. And what I do by getting into the weeds is try to come up with and isolate an issue and hit it out. Now I've got some older cartoons that I just wanted to breeze through.
Hold on. I have a question. That's fascinating. You can read?
No, my wife reads it to me, and then no, my 10-year-old daughter reads it to me, and then I derive. You're mean.
Well, what about that? I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna hit some of these older cartoons because they have a lot to do with what's going on today, and
history repeats it, man. Nobody demonstrates that better than you.
Yeah, these campus protests with the Palestinian and all that. It all goes down. The big chunk of this, and I go back to the Red Green Alliance.
Soros,
yeah, K through 12 Marxists, oppressor versus oppressed, indoctrination, education. I've stuck TikTok in, but this is back in last year. I did this. Soros,
way back in 2024.
Way back in 2024, but I'm going to breeze through these. And a dangerous cult: Hollywood, New York Times, ABC, CNN, NBC, CBS, WAPO.
But you know
NPR.
what? That's a great image. Now look at that individually, and look how their clout has just gone to nothing. How they've lost all respectability. Hollywood gone.
Yep.
New York Times, and then ABC, CNN, all of them.
Yeah.
NPR
The alternative
canceled.
the alternative media has really fired up a lot, and it's even getting bigger, I think, with Charlie.
It totally is. It totally is. I mean, look at the numbers on cable news.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
And Fox News. That's one thing, one of the downsides of recouping, you see it. So I thought I would, critique Fox News a little bit, man. I'm telling you. Anybody, they still have Karl Rove on there and Trey Gowdy.
That's because Ryan, what's his name? He's still on the board. Paul Ryan's still on the board.
Let's and then I want to say hi to our friends who have been so nice to comment, and even the ones that we don't like. No, there's Claudette. Claudette, it's good to see you, darling.
Yeah.
She says that she came from a family of many nuns and priests, but I converted to Baptist after Catholic Church started veering away.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually grew up in a Baptist church. And, there's good churches.
Oh yeah.
Of almost every denomination. There's some pretty good churches. But I'm just like a non-denominational Bible church kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, as long as they're preaching the gospel and the truth, it's about that. As long as they're preaching about the Holy Spirit and the truth of Jesus Christ, it can be just about any denomination. Let me breeze through this one here.
Okay, and there's Nikki O. What's going on?
Nikki
O. She was
O.
asking what happened to 3 strikes.
There you go.
Now it's up to 37 strikes.
Yeah.
Coexist, yeah.
Well, I'm going along the theme of the Red Green Alliance here. This is what they're, radical, and I'm not even going to say radical. Islam is not compatible with our Constitution and our way of life in the United States. We have to just come out and say it. It just isn't. They want Sharia law. Sharia law is not compatible with our Constitution because they won't allow for any other religion. And but this is ultimately where they're going to go with it. So if you don't adhere to
Islam is not. I could argue that Islam is not a religion. It is a form of government.
It is.
That's just not compatible with a country that has freedom of religion.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the problems with the Hindus and the Buddhists. You don't ever see the look at all the Buddhists. They're raging. They're looting stores.
Yeah.
Stealing rice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Britain is almost finished now. You can't even speak out against Islam or what's going on over there. You can't speak out against anybody that's Islamic, or you end up in jail. They're trying to jail comedians and
they're doing it, but it's that The old enemy of my enemy is my
Yep.
friend.
Yep, for sure.
We're BFFs now, man.
Yeah.
In memoriam of Americans permanently separated from their families by illegal immigrants. Selective outrage. Yeah, back in 2018. They've been saying the same crap.
Absolutely.
Same crap. I mean, like I said, if somebody just reviewed your cartoons for the past 15 years, you would just see the patterns. You would see the patterns.
Yeah, this whole illegal immigration thing is a strategy to take over the United States, a strategy to get more Democrat voters in there because they're going off of the census. The bigger the census is, the more Democrats get to be in the House of Representatives, and that's exactly what they've been doing. And Trump is standing in the way of that by deporting them.
Yeah, he is, and I love it.
Yeah. And this buffoon here, why can't he just come out and say radical Islam? Remember, Obama couldn't say the words radical Islam.
Oh, he even went further than that and made the FBI and all our intelligence community, they had to remove the phrase radical Islam.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, but he was the source of so many of our problems.
Yeah. Radical liberalism's got his tongue. Remember the Crusades, something that happened like 900 years ago. So, and there he is, radical Islam again, and he's got the cannon facing the wrong way towards us.
Oh, 2015. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And the cannon's still facing us.
Yeah, I was trying to call it out back then, and then I had to throw Ma'am Danny in here because he's going to ruin New York. I mean, it's already half ruined anyway, but it looks like
yeah, I think you could probably go to 3/4 ruined, but
yeah,
we'll have to see.
And then this guy, Fada, for mayor in Minneapolis. So it's just going all over. You got Ilhan Omar, you've got all these Rashida Tlaib. I don't think that they should be allowed to even run for the House.
What'd you say? A rat shit to leave? What?
Yeah, close enough.
That was terrible. I was terrible.
I throw out this that Trump has taken the handcuffs off of the Border Patrol, so we've got taken care of that. Let me go in here, and of course our judicial system is killing us, working against terrorism, working against Trump.
And back then when you did this in 2017, the Ninth Circuit was just they always ruled against conservatives. But since then they've made a few rulings that have surprised a lot of people. But that was accurate though.
Yeah, back then it was. But anyway, that does it for the cartoons.
We have. Let's talk to some of our friends here. We have Nick. Nick points out 12,000 arrests last year in Great Britain for social media violations.
Yeah, where's this at?
And I've seen that. I've seen that.
12,000.
They've completely lost it. Yes, indeed. And
unbelievable.
Let's see. Knock my socks off says Charlie Kirk will have successors, but nobody could recall detail and facts at such a fast pace than Charlie could, and then switch right into God as well.
Well, he tied it together.
He was, and the fact that this guy dropped out of college his first year and just completely taught himself.
Yeah,
and his recollection is just, just the books of the Bible.
Photographic type memory he had. Yeah, nobody's going to be able to replace Charlie, but it's kind of like with Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh didn't have an education either. He went to like a half a year of college or something and then got into radio. But when he passed away, I noticed a resurgence a surge of alternative media and different people, picking up the football, because I think a lot of people counted on Rush to cover the bases, and he did really well, but a lot of people fired up after that. And I think that's what's going to happen with Charlie. There will be more Charlies, maybe not as energetic or as articulate,
what?
but
You can't. I know what you're saying. The Charlie will not be replaced.
no,
but there will be some impressive folks coming along. I remember, and the example I have is I remember people saying there will never be another Reagan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember.
And you know what? And that's right. But what we got now, with love and respect to Ronnie, Trump is the king.
he's
Trump is rewriting the book, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, God will give us more gifts. I mean, but Charlie will never be forgotten.
No,
and his ability, like they point out, to just recall facts and then tie it into Christ and just have such a loving message.
Yeah, and be able to recall it into, like you said, scripture, going into scripture and pulling out different scriptures to talk about what he was trying to articulate, the point he was trying to make, using scripture and facts. A lot of the information he took a lot of those Hillsdale courses, and he took a lot of them. So I'm going to start getting into some of those courses, I think, too.
Yeah, and speaking of loving messages, I've got a couple of clips of Don Rickles here in a
Let's
minute.
do it.
Well, hold on. Let's go through some more of these. Nick says Charlie was touched by the divine for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people that are connected, and then I've seen people get unconnected too.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pastor I really loved, and then suddenly he started getting so popular. This Pastor Steve Berger over at Grace Chapel, and they closed up for COVID. And before that, he started bringing in our governor, Bill Lee. In fact, but it was before he became governor, and then I hate to see that. But but you need to find a good pastor. That's the most. If you're looking for a church, that is key. That is key.
Yeah.
And so we've got Pope Leo the Loser from Milan. Milan's not a fan. Nunya 2020 says Satanist Pope, another non-fan. The South Carolina girl says that Leo ain't no lion. He's not God either.
That's
I can
for
talk
sure.
to God when I want to. I don't have to go through a man to do it. And then Nana Vicky's a big fan. She says fake Pope.
Yeah. Well, let's lighten the mood a little bit with some Don Rickles, actually it's Frank Sinatra, but
it's a good one. It's a good one.
Good.
And then we have a
Tell
second
a story about what this man did to me once. You may have known or heard about this. It was a true story. This is a long time ago, long before Don got married. I was eating dinner in a restaurant in New York, and I was sitting with some friends, and he came over to the table, and he said, "Frank, do me a favor, will you?" He said, "I'm sitting with a very pretty girl, and I'm trying to make out, and he said, I told her I know you, and she really doesn't believe me. Would you stop by the table?" I said, "All right." I was just about finished. I was down to the espresso, and finally he went back, and I walked by the table, and I said, "How are you, Don? Nice to see you." He said, "Can't you see I'm eating, Frank? What are you doing?" I went for the whole thing. I stood with my mouth open. He said, "Can't you see I'm trying to make out with this girl?" He said, "What are you doing bothering me?"
Man,
that's great.
But we have one other clip of him at a roast.
Yeah.
And it's just typical Don Rickles, where he goes after blacks and Jews, and he goes after everybody.
In other words, it's totally politically incorrect, right?
Yeah, but that's what it was okay. I mean, we used to make fun of each other, and there was not hate in it. Of course, there's always people that hate,
Yeah,
but not the mainstream comedy stuff. You know, where you had George Jefferson and Archie Bunker going at it. And,
this is before the woke police took a hold of comedy.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, they really destroyed it. Let me grab this.
Yeah.
Any clip that has Nipsey Russell in it has got to be good.
Here we go.
Where are you sitting, Luanda? Where's... Oh, there you are. When you get a group of you together, you never can tell who's who. I want to thank Marty Allen, who just came out from Safari. Oh, Marty Allen, the one with the spear and the safari haircut. Good luck to you. Loan it to the black guys in case they have a luau. Slappy, good luck to you, really. And keep running in front of Red's car checking for grenades. That was a good one, that Dean? Dean just looked up and said, my underwear's on fire. Dean puts cigarettes out in his underwear and thinks it's an ashtray, but good luck to you. I'd like to say that also, he's here tonight, Mr. Television. One of the great stars, Milton Berle, who's been my idol, but I was in a state institution for many, many years. Nipsey Russell, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, is black. The reason you can... I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it. Who cares with Nipsey? And here's tonight is Isaac Hayes. I like you, Isaac, really. I have nothing against you. I don't listen to your music. I'm too busy at home listening to Yasha Heifetz and all the Jewish stars get together trying to figure out what you do. Abe Vigoda, one of the great detectives in Barney Miller. Good to see you, Abe. I spoke to the cemetery. They ran short of dirt, so they'll bury you Tuesday. I certainly want to thank George Kirby. George, so good it got heavy again. George looks like a black beach ball. And now, Isabel Sanford. What a night to have her on the dais. My goodness. Isabel, good to see you. When you get a minute, rinse the cups. Steve Allen, great talk show host. Steve, over here, Steve. His glasses are so thick that during the war with Japan, he was one of them.
Oh, man. Yeah, you couldn't do that today. No. But they laughed at each other. Blacks, whites, Polish, they all laughed at each other.
They didn't have a bug up their ass,
No.
Anyway, something to trigger them. So let's take one last pass at our comments. It's always nice to say hi to the comments.
Edward W. Wilson, a true patriot supports his country always and his government when it deserves it. There is only one way to defeat evil, and that is to destroy it. Amen, brother.
Destroy it, yep.
Destroy it. What do we got on the other? I'll show some of these.
Well,
while
South
music
Carolina girl pointed out that Milton Berle and Sid Caesar were the first cross-dressers. But then Lon added, back when it was funny and not policy.
Yeah. True. Well, we got an intelligent group over there in the chat, don't we? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I've been watching when you're recovering, you watch a lot of crap. One thing I've been watching is soap.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you what, I never really watched it before. I mean, it was like too stupid. Actually, nothing's too stupid for me anymore. It is so ahead of the curve. Like Billy Crystal's in it. He plays the gay guy.
Oh yeah.
And his boyfriend is a football player. And so the football player doesn't lose endorsements. Billy Crystal decides to have a sex change. And he's going to be his wife. And anyway, but it's so ridiculous, but it's so funny. Like somebody gets killed. Robert Urich. There's so many big stars in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if y'all remember WKRP in Cincinnati. Anyway, and in Soap, in this one episode, everybody in both families, the Tates and the Campbells, are suspects in a murder. Every one of them's a suspect. And the policeman that comes in to solve the case is Mr. Carlson from the WKRP. I mean, it's really fun stuff. It's fun stuff. So anyway, that's what I've been doing.
Are you getting any work done though?
Not worth it. No, I did make some T-shirts today. I got one called Speak English. That's going. That's coming. Yeah,
that's a good.
Speak English. Yeah, we're going. So, but
you got a closing song. You got a closing song for us, I think. A really good one too.
You know what? I think we're going to rock and roll a little bit here.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can find here. Yeah, this is we never feature women playing rock and roll.
Well, they got Mex. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I did. Mex said, "Will you have Sonia back on again?" What is up with Sonia? She probably will if she has time. She's gotten into other things, so.
Yes, one of her biggest hobbies is avoiding us. I talk to her regularly, but we'll try to get her back on here because she's fun. She is.
Yeah,
fun.
She is. She is fun.
And let's see. Let's see. What other comments here?
Okay, Zenny said "Dream On" with Brian Ben was another not to watch. Oh, yeah. Flip Wilson. Somebody mentioned Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson, Geraldine. Remember
Geraldine.
Yeah, he was another cross-dresser, and what was Geraldine's boyfriend was Brutus, or I don't remember. Anyway, so Lon, South Carolina girl, Kazini, Nunya 2020. Y'all, thanks for being here. Nikki, we're glad you made it. Claudette K. That's our special K. Claudette's a special K.
Well, if you guys get a chance, get over there to Intellectual Frog Legs and check out some of Joe Dan's new shirts. You can also go to Branco Cartoons Store. I've got some new products up there. The new calendar is out and a couple of new shirts. So check us out.
Yeah, well, I don't have my new shirts up there yet. I just made them. I'm actually trying to find a new distributor or a new vendor. Yeah, they make things. They make things. They improve it so much you can't use it. What the hell?
Wow.
It's like I just want to make a T-shirt. They've got like 75 options. Anyway,
we got Albuquerque Jen. Just said Geraldine's boyfriend's name was Killer.
Killer, that's it. That's it. Okay, tell them what they win, Branco.
You win. You get to watch the show next week.
That's kind of like That's kind of like losing a bet, ain't it?
Thank you, South Carolina, for keeping them in line over there. Maybe we'll get you on again if Joe Dan doesn't show up.
Yeah, Holbrook. Yeah, we got to get her on here. And then the original Damn Deplorable. I missed several folks over there. Mexican. Oh, he's a Hanoi Jane fan, I see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Lon. How? Somebody tell us how old she is. Hold on. Let me ask this thing. Taking bets. Is she over 90?
Yeah, she's got to be close to 90 or more.
How old is Jane Fonda?
Jane Fonda is 87 years old.
Oh, she's close. She's close.
I kind of suspect she might be misrepresenting her age.
Mm-hmm.
Because in case she wants to, hit up on some of these 70-year-olds.
Yeah. Holbrook said Harvey Korman, Carol Burnett, and anyway.
Oh, Harvey Korman. Yeah, well, I remember one of the best Carol Burnett's was when she did. It was like a takeoff on Gone with the Wind.
Yep.
But it was a funnier title. But anyway, maybe we'll get a clip of that next time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. God bless you all, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Check out our websites, Intellectual Frog Legs and Comically Incorrect. See ya.
Every time I think about it, I won't cry. The mom and the devil and the kids keep coming. No way to breathe easy, no time to be young. I tell myself that I'm doing alright. There's nothing left to do tonight. I'm crazy on you. Crazy on you. Let me go crazy, crazy on you. Love is the evening breeze touching your skin. The gentle sweet singing of leaves in the wind. The whisper that calls after you in the night and kisses your ear in the early light. And you don't need to wonder, you're doing right. My love, the pleasure's mine. You're crazy on me. Crazy on you. Let me go crazy, crazy on you. Why a man's world is crying in pain? Now what you gonna do when everybody's insane? So afraid of one who's so afraid of you. What you gonna do? Crazy on you. Let me go crazy, crazy on you. I was a widow last night of a dream. I bent down over a clear running stream. I sang you the song that I heard up above, and you kept